I think it would be easier to be friends with your neighbours, and it would be different because you probably know each other, as in it's a smaller community, and therefore it's likely that you would shop in the same shop and you'd be in the same environment. So yes, I think it would be different if I lived in a rural area. The city I live in is very large. It's like lots of villages all stuck together with lots of areas. It's very fast moving, metropolitan, multicultural and overcrowded, I'd say, in a lot of places. There's a big high road which is very busy. There's lots of flats above the shops, and there's lots of side roads, and it's very condensed sort of area with lots of people living there. It's the main through from sort of like London out to Kent and Sussex, so it's like the main exit out of London, so it's got a lot of traffic on it travelling down. It's made me speed up. I come from a small village in the Sussex, and it was very quiet there compared to this. People sort of are slower and have much more time to talk to each other, and here you're always rushing and everyone's busy getting on with things, and it seems very speedy and not very sociable, as in people haven't got time to talk to you. You could probably never see the same person again on the high street. Shared spaces, to me, public space would be things like parks and commons, and maybe even the roads are public space, maybe where anyone's allowed to go. Private space is perhaps your back garden and your own home and your own driveway, that sort of thing. I don't mind it, as in it catches a lot of crime. You see it sometimes on Crime Watch that they've actually show the people who are doing this, that they say here's somebody walking down the road. It may not actually catch them, but at least it maybe identifies them. It doesn't. I don't think I'm aware of it, but I think that obviously people can feel a bit like they're in the Big Brother. You're being watched all the time. It could be kind of quite. If you thought about it, you might feel a bit intimidated by it, but I don't actually think of it, so it doesn't affect me. Yes, I think that I don't like the thought of people staring in my front room. I'm not sure how many people can actually look in. But yes, it does. I sort of wouldn't walk about naked. I wouldn't go near the windows. If I was doing something personal, I'd just be unaware of the fact people could look in from the other flats. Yeah, I'd probably shut the curtains if I didn't want to be looked at, rather than just get on with what I'm doing. Being able to double lock the door. Knowing my neighbours next door are quite accommodating, and feeling that I could, in an emergency, ask for some support. I feel quite safe in my own home. It's okay. I think it can be a bit isolating if you don't actually feel that you know the people that have moved into the flats that are for rent. I certainly don't really know two of the people that live in this flat now, and especially in the main block, I've no idea who lives there. So even though we could all have the same address, you've no idea that you all live so close to each other.